Hi everyone, I'm Oladele Olawusi, a solutions architect for Sakao GB, Nigeria. This is a demo on DocuSign Capstone project for eSignature implementation consultant certification program. And this solution is to display the ability to design, build, test, and to demonstrate the solution face by face, and to follow the steps of prepare, sign, act, and manage for the close enough accounting CEA. So this is my home page, my DocuSign eSignature home page. I've added a profile picture and have my signature configured. It's also showing at the top corner here. So the document, the challenge is to create a solution spanning the four phases of the DocuSign Agreement Cloud. To begin with prepare phase, then move through to the sign, act, and manage phases. I'll go to the prepare phase. I'll go to the settings. So this is the settings page for DocuSign. So I'll go to the sending settings, where it's important to pick some options. Enable conditional feeds, enable formula field, enable signer attachment field. It's all clicked. So for document visibility, must sign to view unless sender. That's the option. So there are also other options. Must sign to view unless a member of sender's account. Then you can also set other options, including to off document visibility. So allow sender to download form, and recipient roles, enable bulk recipients, enable need to view role, enable specific recipients. So all these are configured. Then for the document sources, you click on the sources that you prefer. So for this project, I will be using the OneDrive. So, and I clicked these orders for other projects. So, and for this, I've clicked on the OneDrive. So I'm just going to save. So once the configuration is done, click on save, and that is done. So then, but we still have to continue with some other options in the settings. You click on the users. So you add user CA credit assessor. So you click here to add user. So you add user and other information. So So we've just like that, I've added the CEA credit assessor, the CEA credit rep, the legal department, with permission profiles, the DS sender for credit rep and credit assessor, and DS viewer legal for legal department. And now that we are done with that, we'll move to brands. We'll configure the brands. So we add brand. So we already added the CEA brand. So I'll just, this where you click on to add the brand, and I'll just click on edit to show how it was done. So we have the CEA as the brand name, the company name, close enough accounting. Use set as default, sets as sign default. So you can edit team. So I've added the sign-in logo and email logo here. And you can also change the color for the theme of the brand depending on the company brand. So I've changed it to this colors. So you click on apply brand. So that is completed. Now that we have done with that, we move to the templates. So why that is opening, so I've created a folder on my OneDrive account. The folder is close enough accounting. That is the folder that we house the finished document. It will act as a repository for the finished for the signed document. So this is the template. So to add the template, you click on new, create a template. You can upload or create a power form. So I clicked on the create template. So this is the joint credit application template that I've created. So I'll click on the option to edit so that we can see how that has been configured. So we have the template name and template description, which I put as joint credit application. Also the add document. So to add documents, you click on upload. It takes you to your computer where you are able to navigate to the location of your document and you upload it. So I've uploaded 3 documents: the joint credit application form, then the identification and asset statement form for the applicant and the co-applicant. So the next step is to add the recipient. For this recipients is the first row is the applicants. I configure this as needs to sign. There are different options: needs to view, receives a copy, in-person signer. So this applicant needs to sign. Then for the identity verification, I configured the SMS option. So a code will be sent to the phone number, which is +234 Nigeria. So and also the advanced setting: don't allow senders to edit recipient, don't allow senders to delete recipient. So that has been configured. So the same thing is applicable to the co-applicant, just that this applicant, the verification for identity is the access code, which I have configured here. So this is the access code for the recipients. So the next row is the CEA credit assessor, also as needs to sign. The email, because we have the account created on the user, so the email is automatically populated here. So the same settings. And the legal department also one of the users on the environment. So I've ticked this option for this row. So the next one is to set the signing order. So I've set the signing order. I want the applicant and co-applicant to be able to access and sign the document at once. So this is I've added 1-1. So this shows that they get the email, the notification to sign at the same time, followed by the CA credit assessor for number 2 and the legal department number 3. So once that is completed, I'll click on next. So the document that I've uploaded will be configured here. This is where I add what each users need to do on the form. So we have the standard fields and the custom fields. So the name is the standard field. I'm just going to drag it from here, name, and place it in front of name. Then we have phone number. So there is a text which I've added to show the format for the phone number is a required field. I click that option. So for validation, so we have the rejects pattern here. Then please enter phone number as the error message if the user is not getting it right. Then we have email, which is a standard field. We have mailing address, and the billing address. The mailing address is a custom field, is also a required field. Then we have the billing address. So we have this option here, the checkbox, where the user will check if the mailing address and the billing address are the same, so that it's not going to show this section. And if the mailing address and the billing address are not the same, it will show this option by unchecking this mailbox. So the configuration, we have a conditional logic for that. See, where we click on the fields to show when trigger field, which is unchecked. So we have the SSN and the annual income, which are custom fields. Custom feeds. Custom feeds. So I've configured that as a test. So because we do not want the users to be able to see what has been inputted as the SSN, so we click on hide test with asterisk for the SSN and the annual income numbers. Then there's a validation for this to be a number separated with comma because it's monetary value. Then we have the signature, which is a standard field. Drag and drop here. Then also date signed. It's also a standard field. So that is completed for the applicant. So at the top corner here, we have the colors that represent each applicant, each user. We have, we can see that the blue represent the co-applicant, which is here. Click, it shows the data fields for the co-applicant, which will be configured. You bring the full name, drag and drop here. The same thing for the phone numbers, which has been configured like that for the applicants with the rejects pattern, and please enter phone number as error message. Then also the SSN and annual income, which are required feeds, and the signature and dates. Then we have the section for the CEA signature, which all you have to do is change it from this side. So it brings the fields for the CEA credit assessor. You drag signature and the date sign, which are also standard feeds. Then we move to the next form, which is the identification and asset statement form. So on this form, we have the full name, which is for the applicant, the full name, the phone number, which is a custom feed and has been configured to have and has been configured to be a required field. Then the email, the SSN and annual income, which are also a replica of what we have here at the top. So the section to attach identification. So we have to bring this checkbox group, the checkbox group. You drop it here and configure a validation, which says select exactly two. Then the attachment, where the user will attach the identification file. We have two attachments. The user will be able to attach two identification. Is also a required field. This section is for the asset description, which is a test. So we made this test compulsory. For the user, is expected to have at least one asset, while we made the others not required field. So then the total, we have the total, which is a summation of all the values that we have here. We have configured it with a formula: value 1 plus value 2 plus value 3 plus value 4 and plus value 5. So whatever is written here automatically populates the total, automatically populates here. So we have the signature and the date signed. Then the initials for the credit assessor. You change the fields to credit assessor and drag the initial to the position where it should be on top of the CEA initials. Then we move to the form for the co-applicant. The same settings have been applied there for the users. For the user with the field change to co-applicant, the full name, the SSN number, the attachment, and the asset description. Then we have the sign, signature, and date signed dragged from this side and placed here. So then the initials. So once that is done, then we scroll up here and make settings for data visibility, document visibility, pardon me. Click on document visibility, where you are able to see the configuration that has been applied here. So applicant is only able to see his own identification and asset statement, and same applies to the co-applicant, while the assessor, credit assessor, and legal department can view all documents. So once this is done, I'll click on save and close to take me back to my templates. So the template is created here already, and all the next step to do is to click on share with users. So as the creator and admin for the template, I'll share with the users. This enable user to be able to have the access to the template and use it and send it out for signing. So I'm going to share with users. So the user to have access to that template is the CA credit rep. So I've clicked on that option and I'll click on share. So it automatically shares with the user. So now I'm just going to log into the account of that user to access the template. This is the user. Click on continue, login. This is the page for the user that the user that was the CEA rep that was shared the templates. So login goes to check templates. So under the templates, there are no templates because this user have not created any templates. So the option to access is to click on shared with me. So the user will be able to see the template and use it. So click on use. Once you click on use, you have the recipient page where you can add recipients, the applicant and the co-applicant. So for the applicant, I will add the first applicant. So this is the applicant, the SMS. So I'll input the applicant's phone number for the identity verification. That is a security to ensure that it's only the user that has access to the document. This is one of the advantages and safety of DocuSign. So for the other user, I'm just going to add the other user. So for the other user, I'll add the other the verification for the other user is access code. So as the sender, I can change the access code. I'll change it to 0000. So that's the code for to access the document. So other level needs to sign, the credit assessor and legal departments are not editable. So just these two can be edited. So once that is done, I'll click on send. So it has gone to the users. So on my page, on my own page, it shows waiting for others. It shows one document waiting for others. If I click on that, it shows the reports. It shows we have 0 waiting for others. So it shows the time sent and the names of those that are yet to sign the document. So I'll just go to the email for the other users. So I'm just going to fresh air. So this is the mail. Okay, this is the latest one that has been sent 1 minute ago. So I'll click on review documents. So for the authentication SMS, so this is the phone number that has been added to get the test. So I'll click on send SMS. So I'll wait to get the SMS. Okay. 879. Okay. We have 879 117. Confirm code. Once the code is confirmed, then it brings me to my page. I'll click, we can see from here that it shows the message IYK Jones, the user, the applicant's name. Please review and sign the credit application. Regards. So once you click on I agree with the terms and conditions, it takes you to the page where you have your information, the cost, the fields, the name YK Jones is already populated. Then the custom fields where you need to enter information. So I'm just going to enter a phone number in that format. 34. that format. So then mailing address 10 the streets test town. So that's the mailing address. So for the validation here, check if same as mailing address. So if it's not same, then I can enter the billing address here. But if it's same, I'll click on same. Then it doesn't show the billing address. This is assumed to be, this will be the because they are the same as this will be the billing address. So click, so I'll click to check, I'll check this as same as mailing address. So this is the SSN number is also required. Then annual income, a required field. So it automatically hides those feeds as configured. So then I'm going to append my signature. So you can select, you can draw, you can upload. So I'm just going to adopt this signature. Then it takes me to the next part that I have to fill. So I can copy from what I have here and paste here. Then the SSN, so I'm just going to have that. Then the annual income. So this section is to select and attach two forms of identification. So once I over that section, it shows it's a required feeds and I have to select two. So I'll select two and required to attach two means of identification. So I'll just attach this. Done. So it changes to this attachment applied. Once it's done to show that, then for the second one, I'll also pick on this and attach to that. Done. So that is completed. So the other part is to populate the asset description and value. So it's expected to have at least one asset. So that's made compulsory and the others are optional. So I'm just going to add asset A. So 10, then asset B, asset B, then 5. So I'm just going to have 3 assets. I'll add 3 assets. Set C. So we can see that it automatically populates the total, adds everything here and populates it here, just like the configuration. So I'll click on sign it's at my adopted signature. So it's also has the logo that have been attached to the templates. So once I've completed, I'll click on finish. So no thanks. So at this point, the first applicant have signed. So we go to the second applicant. But before that, if we check here, if I refresh my page, so that if I refresh my page, we see that we have one done. So it's updates the status, then shows waiting for the next digitom. So then I'm just going to go to digitom, and this is the document that was sent. So this is the latest one. So I'm just going to click on view documents. So, and we can see the message here. Digital, please review and sign the credit application regards CA credit team. So here it shows the authentication mode to be access code. So and I've configured that to be 0000 show text. So we can see, I'll click on validate. Okay, it shows that the access code is wrong. So I'm just going to I'm just going to check. So if I didn't enter the access code, it's just going to be 3 tries. So this time I'm going to enter 000. Sure. And validate. So without the access code, you can't access the document. So we can see the message here and the logo for the CEA credit rep. So it's showing please review and sign the credit application regards CEA credit team. So I'll click on agree and click on continue. So um, this is the form. So it's showing, we can see that the user does not have access to view this information about the other applicant. So it's just going to add his own information and sign. So the annual income, the SSN, then you apply signature. So for this user, I'll just draw a signature. So I'm just going to adopt and sign. So move to the next one. So for the phone number, just going to copy, paste here. So two forms of identification, just going to click and attach. Same thing here. Then assets A, assets B, 78, assets G, 7. So we have the total for what has been entered as the value here. So he also signs. So for the adopt the signature that he adopted. So and clicks on finish. No thanks. So that is completed by the second user. So if we check here, if we refresh the page, if we refresh the page, we see that 2 done out of 4. The next person is the CA credit assessor. So if I click here, so we can see from this part that this is completed. This is marked as completed. Then this is the current status. This is the current status with the credit assessor. So I'm just going to click on this, check the email. So review the documents. So it also shows the name, I see a credit assessor. Please review and sign the credit application. So click on, because you're not signing. So this is this, just click on continue. You're one of the users. So it shows the informations that has been entered on the form, apart from the SSN and the annual income for the users. So the credit assessor is able to sign. So use saved signature. So this, I've drawn a signature here. So using the signature, then apply initials. So that's the initial. So the document is all ready with the information. So I'll just click on finish here, or I'll click on finish here. Then for other actions, print and sign, assign to someone else. So for this project, I'll just click finish. So I don't want to log in at this moment. Click on no thanks. So that is completed. So the next action, let's see what's updated there. So we see that the process is completed. The legal department has received a copy. So we are just going to check the mail for the legal department. Going to, so so this is the latest one. So the legal department have received the document. So you can view the document, and it shows the document is now completed. So it shows the complete document to the legal department. So as viewed, so when we come here, we can see that the process status is completed, and the other step is to check our folder. So we can see that we have the documents saved in our close enough accounting CA automatically. So it's the document from the DocuSign that was completed. Now with it's saved on the SharePoint folder with the certificate of completion. This is the certificate of completion. We can see the certificate signed certificate with the information, the envelope ID, each signatures and the authentication details for each signer, the relevant information, then the documents that were signed. Can see the documents that was signed here. For can see it. So this is the documents in the repository for the OneDrive. Then going back to the reports, so we can see the overview of the reports. So recipients can view activities. You can run the reports. Shows information about the envelopes that was signed by which user. We can see the users here, and the number of envelopes received and the envelopes not signed and the completion rate. So uh, so that is the end of my presentation. Thank you for your time. Can see it has showed two completed. So the status, here's the status. Thank you for your time. Have a great day. That is the end of my presentation.